Is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 25th chapter, text number 37, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 6, 1974, in Bombay, India.
Thus, because he is completely absorbed in thought of me, the devotee does not desire even the highest benediction obtainable in the upper planetary systems, including Satyaloka. He does not desire the 8 material perfections obtained from mystic yoga, nor does he desire to be elevated to the kingdom of God. Yet even without desiring them, the devotee enjoys, even in this life, all the offered benedictions.
Maso vibhuting mama maya vinastya maisajja mastyanga manopravitam sriyam bhagavating vas prihayanti bhadra parasya me te asnu bhatetu loke. A pure devotee, as it is instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how to keep the position of pure devotee. There are many explanations. Rupa Goswami has also given the same idea in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and Narad Muni, he has given the same idea in the Narad Pancharatra, and Bhagavan Sri Krishna has also given the same idea in the Bhagavad Gita. From all Vedic scripture, it is understood that a pure devotee, he does not want anything from the Lord. He does not want. Even he does not want liberation. What to speak of the material things. Dharma, artha, kam, moksha. The material position is one wants to become religious. Dharma. Why? Now he can get material opulence. Why material opulences? Now because he can gratify his senses, calm. And when he is frustrated, then he wants moksha. Dharma, artha, kam, moksha. Generally, people are very much attached. Those who are human beings, not the cats and dogs, they do not know anything. But those who are elevated in the living condition, they want to become religious or economically very prosperous, dharma, artha, and good facilities for sense enjoyment. And then, after enjoying all these things, either by frustration or by further development, they want mukti. But a devotee does not want any of these things. Any of these things. He is not at all interested. Just like Bilamangal Thakur the other day, I told you this story. He says that mukti mukulintanjali sevate asma. My Lord, if I am fixed up in devotional service, then what to speak of mukti? Mukti is just like my maid servant. She is standing on door. What can I do for you? Mukti mukulitanjali. Anjali, just like folded hands. Sir, what can I do for you? That is the position. This is why a devotee shall want mukti. No. He doesn't want anything. Simply he wants to serve Krishna. That's all. He wants this facility. No other thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy. Na dhanam na janam na sundaring kavitang na jagadisa kam. Mamo janmani janmani share bhavatad bhakti rahuitu ki toyi. Toyi unto you, let there be my devotion, ahuitu ki, without any motive. Everyone has got some motive. People become dharmic, go to the temples. That's very good. They're pious to ask something. Oh God, give us our daily bread. A bhakta, a pure bhakta, he does not ask anything. Why he should ask? A pure devotee is kept in the hand of Krishna. Just like if you keep something very carefully, jewel in your hand, you are very careful. Similarly, when Krishna takes care of you, as he says, aham tva sarvapapi bham mokhosham, then you are just at the care of, just like he is a big man, a very rich man, if he assures you, don't bother, I'll take care of you for everything. Just imagine what is your position. If a big man gives you assurance that I take care of you, don't bother. You haven't got to do anything. I shall take it. So when Krishna says the Supreme Lord, who is the proprietor of all opulences, Aishajyasya, Samakrasya, Virjasya, Jasasya, Sarishajya Purna, Aishajya, 6 kinds of opulence. Krishna has got full control over 6 kinds of opulences, all riches. We can say, I am millionaires, I am proprietor of crores, but I cannot say that I am the owner of all the banks of the world. That is not possible. But Krishna can say, Bhoktaram Jagatavasam, Sarvalokamayasam. Not only the banks, but everything which contains the bank, all the planets, Sarvalokamayasam. So who can be richer than Krishna? So if Krishna says, I take care of you, then where is the question of poverty? That is, people do not know. They want some opulence, material opulence. But he doesn't want Krishna, the proprietor of all opulences. And that is our misfortune. The proprietor of all opulences, he says, just surrender to me, I take care of you. No. It is not possible. I shall have to take care of my business, that will maintain me. I will have to take care of my this and that, my country and my families, my friends. And Krishna says, no, it's simply surrender, I will do everything for you. And he assures Arjuna in the 6th, Jamalabdha cha paramalabhaga mannate nadhikamataha. Just to try to achieve that thing, which achieving, he will be no more aspiring for achieving anything more. But that is Krishna. That is Krishna. Just like Arjuna, he did it very conscientiously. Krishna said that this war, your fight is family, I am connected with both the families. So I cannot take part in this war. No. But they insisted that at least they will take some part as you like. Then he said that I divide myself into 2. So one side all my soldiers, 18 of coordination soldiers, and one side I am alone. Now you select which one you want. The Duryodhana thought that what shall I do with Krishna, he is one man. Let me take his soldiers. So he took all the soldiers. And Arjuna said, no, Krishna, I want you. The Krishna said, no, I will not fight. No, you simply remain in my side. All right, I shall become your chariot driver. That's all. So, this is intelligence. You just capture Krishna. And Krishna, how he can be captured? Krishna can be captured by your bhakti. Otherwise he is very, very fatty. He cannot capture. It's not possible. Ajita. If anyone wants to conquer over Krishna, that is not possible. That is, therefore Krishna's name is Ajita. Nobody can conquer him. You find from the history Mahabharata. Mahabharata means the greater history of India. Maha means greater, as if like greater Bombay. Similarly, Mahabharata means greater Bharat. Don't think of this Bharat, 3-bit Bharat. No. The whole planet was Bharatvarsha. That is called Mahabharata. Greater Bharat. Everyone was being controlled by the emperor in Hastinapur, the Pandavas. So in that history, you find Krishna has so many dealings in Mahabharata, but he was never conquered by anyone. Therefore, his name is Ajita. But you can conquer over this Ajita. Ajitopi jitopasi taisthilapyam. By whom? Sthane sthita sutigatam tanuvam manovi. Namrata. Namanta eva. This is the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that don't try foolishly to speculate about God. Stop this foolishness. The same example, the frog in the well is thinking of the Atlantic Ocean. He has never seen Atlantic Ocean. He is speculating. Some friend told him, "My dear friend, frog in the well, I have seen a vast mass of water." What is that? The Atlantic Ocean. What is that Atlantic Ocean? Very great mass of water. Oh, bigger than this well? Maybe 4 feet or 10 feet. In this way, if you speculate, you will never understand what is God. If you want to understand God, then try to understand from God Himself. He knows. If you speculate of a big man, a neighbor, a friend, what is his wealth? Oh, he appears to be a very rich man and very strong man, very influential man, and these are the opulences. Very beautiful, very wise. So you can calculate. But if you make friendship with that gentleman, and if he speaks about himself, then you can understand what he is. Then how you can understand God, Krishna, by speculation? This is foolishness. Therefore, Shastra advises you that jnanam jnane prayasam udapasya. If you think that you are a very learned scholar, you are very advanced in knowledge, and you can manufacture what is God, give up this foolishness. First of all. Don't make this foolishness. Jnana prayasam. Oh, what is your knowledge? Limited. Upamandu, the frog in the well. How you can imagine? Simply by imagination. Is imagination God? Can you create? The Mayavadi said that we can imagine God. God, it is so great that it is not possible to understand the Brahma, but we can imagine some form. This is Mayavadi philosophy. This imagination is not. You cannot imagine God. God is fact. God is not subjected to your imagination. And your senses are imperfect. How long you will simply speculate? Give up this practice foolishly. Don't. Jnana prayasam udapasa. No. Just become submissive. Jnana prayasam udapasa. Namantaiva. Be submissive. That is bhakti marga. Bhakti marga is submission. Therefore Krishna says, Sarvajanman pratyajya mamekam saranam bhaja. Saranam bhaja. Be submissive, rascal, you are manufacturing so many things. Give up this practice. Just surrender. This is one. If you do that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advises, this is spoken by him. Then sthane sthita sutigatam, it would become very, very humble and submissive and pray to Krishna sincerely. Krishna, it is not possible for me to know you. If you kindly please explain how can I know you, then it is possible. If you please, if you think I shall be able to understand you. Just as Arjuna said that Krishna, it is not possible to understand, but if you kindly think that I am fit to understand about your vibhuti, please tell me. This is submission. And Krishna explained about his vibhuti. Then he concluded, Athava bahunaitena kingyatena tavajuna vishtabba idam yaham krishnam ekangsena stituja. How long I shall go on speaking about myself? Simply summarize. What is that? That simply by one part of my opulence is maintaining the whole cosmic majesty. Ekangsena stituja. Only one little portion of my opulence. You just understand. Otherwise how much? So little, there are innumerable universes. Athava bahunaitena kingyatena tavajuna ekangsena sthito jagat. Jagat means this universe. There is not one universe. We are only seeing one universe. There are millions of universes. Altogether, that is called jagat. Gacchati iti jagat. The ekangsena sthita. This is also confirmed in many other Vedic literature. Jasyaika nishasata kalamathavalamba jivanti loma vilaja jagadannanatha Vishnu mahanasa yajassa kalaviseshu govindamadipulisam tamam. Brahma Samhita means the prayers offered by Lord Brahma. This is accepted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Brahma Samhita was not available by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was touring in South India. So he collected one Brahma Samhita handwritten in the palm leaves and he copied it. Formerly there was no press. These important shastras, Vedic literature, were kept in handwriting. I copy from your book, my other friend copies from my book in this way. Those were interested. The literatures were not so cheap. Only highly qualified Brahmins, they used to keep handwritten, and it was worshipped in the temple as deity, shastra. Not that it is available everywhere. Now press has made it very cheaper. But we should always understand that granthas or scriptures should be worshipped as God. That is sound incarnation of God. It should not be neglected. Don't neglect Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavad as ordinary books. You must be very careful. So, as you take care of the deities, you should take care of the books also. So this Brahma Samhita was copied by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from one Kesam Mandir in South India, and he gave it to his disciple that here is the summary of Vedanta and Bhagavatam. Therefore we quote from Brahma Samhita. It is authorized. It is authorized by the Supreme Person, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in that Brahma Samhita, it is said about Krishna in so many ways that here as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Ekamsena sthito jagat, only by one of my portion the whole material creation is resting. So in the Brahma Samhita it is explained in many places. One of the places that Jasyaika nishasita kalamathavalamba Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadannanatha. Loma Vilaja. The pores on your body. Huh? From that pores and from the breathing process, the universes are coming out. Universes are coming out. Jasaika Nishasita Kalamathavalamba Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadannanatha. Jagadannanatha means, Jagadanna means universe. In each universe there is a Natha, or the supervisor, or the manager, or the supreme person, just like for management here. Similarly, in each universe there is Lord Brahma. He is the supreme creature, manager. So these managers live only to that period when Mahavishnu excels. When the Nishasita Kala, just like we excel in health. So, when excelling, all these universes are created. And when it is in health, they go into the Mahavishnu, coming and going. So many universes, and the Brahma, whose duration of life is also described in the Bhagavad Gita, Sahasra Juga Padjantam Arhatjat Brahmano Vidu. Brahma's duration of life is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Sahasra Juga. We know Jugas, the Juga, the four Jugas make one Dibba Juga. That Sattva, Treta, Dapar, Kali. Sattva Juga, 18 lakhs of years duration. And Dapar Juga, 12 lakhs of years. And Treta Juga, 8 lakhs of years. And Kali Juga, 4 lakhs of years. So altogether it comes to 43 lakhs of years. This is Juga. And multiply it by 1,000. That means 43 lakhs plus 30. How much it comes to? Some crores of years. That is Brahma's 12 hours. Sahasra, if you take Bhagavad Gita, if you believe, if you read Bhagavad Gita as it is, then you can understand. And if you say it is fictitious, something imaginary, that is another. But unless you believe it, you have no authority to touch Bhagavad Gita. That is nonsense. We are creating so many nonsense who do not believe in the Bhagavad Gita, and they become commentator and scholar and so many things. Mura. We are not in favor of this business. We are preaching all over the world that if you read Bhagavad Gita, you read it as it is and accept it as it is. Otherwise, don't create foolish anymore. We have produced many foolish persons by misguiding them, by misinterpreting this Bhagavad Gita. Stop this business. If you believe, you have to believe like this. You cannot interpret. That is not possible. Why you should interpret? It is a fact that Brahma's ayu's duration of life is very, very big. Not only Brahma's ayu. Even if you go higher planetary system, you are going to the moon planet. There are living entities. I do not know why they say there is no living being. Where they are going. But if we believe our Shastra, the moon planet is one of the heavenly planets. And the duration of life in the moon planet is 10,000 of years. And their year means our 6 months equal to their 1 day. That is called Dibba. In this way that high, not only as you go more and more to the higher planetary system, you become more and more opulent. Just like here in this material world also, if you go Europe, America, you become more opulent, automatically. Automatically. I am giving some examples. Similarly, if you can go to the heavenly planet, you become more opulent. Therefore they are aspiring after going to the higher planetary system, karmakandya, they perform yajnas and pious activities to go to the heavenly planets. What is the idea? The idea is that we shall be able to enjoy more duration of life, more opulence, more money, more beautiful women, more nice garden. Actually that is fact. That is a fact, but a devotee is not interested in all these things. A devotee is not interested. Because he accepts Krishna, therefore he is not interested. But Krishna says, Abrahma bhuvana lokan punaravartina. My dear Arjuna, even if we are promoted to the Brahmaloka, or the planet where Brahma lives, where the duration of life already splendid opulence, and very, very great power, but still you have to fall down from there. So why a devotee should be interested in such things? No. Devotee wants Krishna, the supreme eternal, nitya nityanam, chetanas chetananam. That is the Vedic version. The Supreme Lord is the supreme leader of the nityas. We are all nityas, eternal. He guides. Therefore Krishna plays with the living entities. Narayana, Krishna in the spiritual world. Krishna and the devotees become his friend, covered boy. They play with Krishna. They want that thing. They do not want to go to the Brahmaloka or the Chandraloka or this loka. That will be finished. That will be finished. Because that is Maya vinastam. Maya will finish. It may be, just like here we see a John lives for a few seconds, or warm at night, there is clogging together so many millions and millions, and by the morning they are all dead. So their duration of life, comparative. Similarly Brahma also, it may be millions of years, but he will die. Krishna has said in the Bhagavad Gita that Abrahma bhuvana lokan punaravartina. The birth and death, old age and disease there every year. Either you go to the Brahma planet or this lower planet, or this Brahma life, or human life, or cat's life, dog's life, tree's life, everything is finishable. Mrityu sarva harascha ham. Krishna is ultimately presents himself to the atheist as Mrityu, as he appeared before Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was declining. His son was asking his father, my dear father, why you are disbelieving God? And he was becoming angry. I am God. Well, who is else God? I am God. You see, all the demigods, they are afraid of me and so powerful. But Prahlad will not agree. He will say, no, you are not God, God is Nara. This was the father and son. So, he did not believe in God. He was thinking, I am God. Therefore, as Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Mrityu sarva harastaham. Those who are atheists do not believe in God. The God comes before them as death and takes away everything. All his power, all his opulence, all his money, all his everything taken. Mrityu sarva. So that is the atheist class realization of God. And theist class, they believe in God, they worship in God while living, and their business is, in this life, they are serving God, Krishna, and even after death, they will do the same business. Nitya yukta upasate. So there is no difference between going to Vaikuntha and in this temple for a devotee. Because the business is the same. So why they should aspire even going to Vaikuntha? Why they aspire? Therefore it is said, what is said? Sriyang Bhagavati vas na spriyayanti. Because Vaikuntha, if you go, to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, you get equal opulence, like Krishna or Narayan, Sadhujya, Sarupa, Shasti. There are 5 kinds of mukti. So one of the mukti is Shasti. Shasti means equally opulent with the Supreme Lord. Equal. In the Vaikuntha, the devotees or the inhabitants, they are equally opulent. Everyone is like Narayan, 4 hands. Equally opulent. Just like in Vrindavan also, Golok Vrindavan. Krishna and the cowherd's boy, they are equally opulent. The cowherd's boys in Vrindavan, they do not know that Krishna is God. Krishna is greater than him. No. They think as Krishna is as. They are so opulent. So that is the devotional position. Therefore it is said, Atho vibhuting mama maya vinastam oisaddam astanga anupravittam sriyam bhagavati vaspriyanti bhadran. The devotees do not aspire for all these opulences. Their only aspiration is, ambition is, how to be engaged in the service of the Lord. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.